are you doing? In this previous video, we talked about everything that I absolutely love about the new Royal Enfield Himalayan. In this video, we'll talk about the things that I dislike about the Royal Enfield Himalayan. I have the notes with me on my phone so that I'll not forget everything, right? The first thing that I dislike about this bike is the colors, man. Like the only good looking color in my opinion is the Hunley black and the Camet white. White, I cannot stand white. I don't like white, so I just went with the Hunley black. Give people options, man. Like come up with good, better colors. The second thing I dislike about this bike is something related to the engine. I can still feel the mechanical clatter, the tappet noise, everything is still there on this bike. It was there on the previous Royal Enfield Himalayan, the 411, and it is also there in this bike, which is a little bit of a disappointment, to be honest. I sometimes it's a little irritating. I don't like it. And also from the engine, the heat that it produces, you can really feel the heat, especially when you're riding around in traffic, and also when you're in town and city conditions, you can really feel the heat, and it is directly directed towards your leg also. So it is a little bit of an issue. So another thing is the brightness of the LCD screen, the instrument cluster, the screen, right? It is not bright enough, man. Especially, I found out this when I was just going to Chennai with this, riding to Chennai. So in extreme heat, when the sun is shining bright, right? If it is very sunny, even in this condition, now it's very sunny. See, I'm sweating. Even in these conditions, you cannot really see the screen, especially in dark mode. I think probably in the light mode, the white screen mode, light mode, you can see you will see the things, what is happening a little more clearly. But in the dark mode, it's very difficult to see what's in the screen, especially when you turn on the indicators and stuff. It doesn't really show what is happening. You won't be able to see whether the indicator, the turn signals are on or off, right? This display and this whole instrument cluster is one of the best in the market right now. It is the most useful instrument cluster out there in the market any motorcycle manufacturers have ever built, because it has got a map, a Google Maps built right in, right? It is really useful. I've used it. I loved it. It's a dream come true. Right? For a person who goes to, people who goes to unknown locations, unknown cities and like that, just to get out of the city and stuff like that, the the map on the LCD screen is really useful. I really liked it. That's the first thing. And another thing that I did not like is the passenger pegs are welded onto the frame. Some people buy it to go for rallies. Some people use it for off-roading. Like most of the people who buys and rides a Himalayan, they go for off-roading, right? And if they are going off-road, they want the bike to be as light as possible. So why do you have these two passenger pegs which are not removable from the bike? I don't get it. The older Tiger 800 had it. The Triumph Tiger 800s had it. I never really liked it. The old Himalayan had it. They could have done it better. Probably it's just me, but I didn't really like the no tail lamp sort of look of this bike. I wanted the tail lamps. The older bikes, the older 411s Himalayans tail lamp was very well designed. I really like the look of it. This doesn't have one. I don't know how safe it is, because especially when you're using the tail lamps and the indicators both together, I don't know how safe it is, man. I would have liked it to have on this bike, the tail lamp. It would have been better, I feel. And recently what I found out is that no tank bags, because of the shape of this tank, right? It's just big, it looks good and all of that. but no tank bag will fit onto this Himalayan tank. Someone has to come up with a tank bag specially designed for this. Why? Because the tank, the fuel cap is located so close to the handlebars, right? And there is a slant all around the fuel cap. So there is no way flat for the tank bags to actually sit on it, and for the magnets to latch on. I have not seen a tank bag which can be fitted onto the bike. I have the Rhinox Magnapod, the smaller one. Even that, it's very tiny, man. Even that is not fitting on this. I've checked with SW Motec, ridiculous pricing, very expensive, really good products. But even then, they told me that none of their tank bags are compatible with this Royal Enfield Himalayan, which is a bit of a letdown for me. In the last video, I told you that one of my favorite things about this bike for me is the suspension, right? I just thought that the suspension could have been adjustable. Is it asking too much? I don't know. It could have been adjustable, right? An adjustable suspension on this Himalayan would be a dream. This is the worst switchgear that I've ever used, right? I didn't like this thing. No, I didn't like it. Give us the buttons and know this. And for pass light, for high beam, low beam, everything this, for turning on the ignition, turning on the engine, this, it is not at all satisfactory. It just, I didn't like it. And the build quality is also not good. I know that Royal Enfield is giving the same switchgear on all of their motorcycles. I just didn't like it, right? And also the pass button, right? The pass button, it should be here, Royal Enfield. It should be here. Every time if I want to quickly beep, beep, there's nothing here. Instead of that, there is a home button. What is that for, man? They could have done so much better, especially for a display, for a system that is so intuitive and so good. There's a lot of functionality built into it. You could have done better with the switchgear. And also there is no shortcut in case if you want to go quickly reset the trip 1 setting. You can't do that. You have to go through all the menus and go to trip 1 and then change it, which is a little bit of a faff. So these are all the things I dislike about the Royal Enfield Himalayan. None of them, I know that none of these things really matters. Most of the things that I've just mentioned, you probably won't even care, right? That's everything that I've not liked about this Himalayan, which is not a lot, except the switchgear, probably all of the things that are all subjective, right? So far, I'm really loving it. Let me tell you that much. And yeah, bye. See ya.